Welcome back to Reviews and Wheels. I am your boy Saucy Wolf as always, and today you're joining me inside hashtag different gravy. So today we're inside the Nissan Navara Pro-2X. So quick facts about the car: it is a 2.5 DDTI turbo diesel engine. So wow, for me this is actually one of the most expensive test cars I have received, right? So quick facts about the car: this car has 140 kilowatts of power and 450 newton meters of torque. So that alone is a lot. That is a lot of torque, right? So it is 4 cylinders and it is priced at 719,900. That is the exact test unit that I'm in, right? So the pricing of the Nissan Navara actually starts from 324,900. That is like the entry level Nissan Navara. I think it's the single cab, or yeah. So we're in the Pro 2X, and the color. So basically this color is, I think it's tornado gray, because I've seen it on many other cars as well. So there's tornado gray, and I must say the color is very very pretty. So from the front has this beast looking grille, and like from the front in general the car is very very beautiful. It has daytime running LED headlights, and it has also fog lights at the bottom, right? So from the side it's a bakkie, you know, big boys bakkie. So the rims are black and it has a bit of red as well. So the Nissan is written in red, right? And there are certain details in the car. It's gray, black, red. So the red actually pops because it's unique. That's what I like about it. So that is from the side, right? And what I also like, you see that window here? This window is actually automated. There's a control here which you can actually just, open. So from the back, it doesn't look like, the ones way back in the days you used to hold it, clip it, and then you open. So now, since it's 2022, 2020, so from 2020, I think most cars are automated. I'm not sure, but the current one, it's automated. It's like opening a window, so there's a control for that, right? So from the back, it's also pretty cool. It actually looks like the next generation Ford Ranger from the back. It has a bit of resemblance. There's a bit of similarities here and there. No, it's not too bad. I like it. I like how it looks. I like how it looks from the back. I actually love the car, how the car looks in general. So heading into the interior, steering wheel, of course, leather. It's a leather steering wheel that has Nissan written in red again. So the left side is controls for the infotainment. The right is for the instrument cluster, right? So obviously volume up, volume down, skipping the songs, going back, up, down, left, right. Okay, that is the left hand side of the infotainment system. I mean the steering wheel. Well, for the infotainment system, obviously. And then for the right is cruise control and calling and ending a call and setting the speed for the cruise control, right? So in front of me is the instrument cluster. It is a 7-inch analog. It's not digital this time, it's analog. So yeah, on the left hand side is the rev count, on the right hand side is actually like the speed. So in the middle it's a digital-ish, you can control the settings for that on your left as well. It shows you your fuel economy, fuel history, how much you're averaging per kilometer. You can also check what song is playing there. You can just control everything. So that is on the instrument cluster. Correct. So now how the infotainment or how the interior feels, right? Interior feels, really, it's a bakkie, so you don't expect premium feel, quality material. So it's it's a bit scratchy here and there, but like it's not too much. And there's a bit of leather here by the sides. There's a bit of leather towards the door handle, and it has leather seats. stitched with red and white. So black leather seats stitched with red and white, right? So now heading into the infotainment. Infotainment is an 8-inch touchscreen with built-in navigation and Apple CarPlay, AndroidAuto, etc., etc. So obviously that is what comes standard in most cars, right? But like in here, what I like about Nissan, I feel like Nissan is ahead of its time, you understand? Because there's also a 360-degree camera in here as well. You know, it works exactly the same as in the Nissan Magnite. So you press once and then it shows you from the top view and the front, and then you press again and then towards your left hand side and the front, you know. And then when you put it in reverse, and then it shows the back and also like top view and everything. So that's what I like about Nissan technology is very, very, very intelligent, right? So there's some cool features in this car, right? So there's advanced drive assist display, which is by the instrument cluster. There's intelligent forward collision warning, right? So basically it tells you when like something is nearby. It actually shows here by the instrument cluster that, you know, there's a sound and there's a icon that shows here that, you know, you're moving too close and there's something that is going to actually like disturb you going forward, because it also has sensors at the back and at the front and at the back. It has sensors, right? And then another cool feature about this, it has lane keep assist. So if you want to change lanes, or if like you going to change lanes but then without indicating, there's actually like an alert. There's an alert that tells you, hey, you actually like. So if you're also feeling sleepy, there's also a thing that actually tells you that there's gonna like you should take a break or something like that, right? So there's also high beam assist. So high beam assist is basically when like you're driving on a dark road and then the lights automatically high beam and then you could see clearer from a further distance, you know. There's also a blind spot warning. So basically the blind spot warning is when you have cars behind you, like from the car, so it detects, and then there's like a light by the mirrors, the electric mirrors, right? So there's a light that shows you there's a car, so be careful if you want to go into that lane or into the other lane. It shows you this, it shows in orange, shows there's actually a car nearby the car, so please be careful. And then there's rain sensing wipers, so whenever it rains you don't need to actually automatically do it, it just does it, because it was actually raining last week Friday and yeah, it did it automatically. And there's also intelligent emergency braking. So let's say there's just an object in front of you and somebody in front of you just brakes immediately, it actually helps you brake. So emergency, it helps you, it's an assist, you understand? So that's another feature. And there's also auto dimming and yeah, dimming of the rear view mirror. So you can just, there's actually a power button on the rear view mirror, so auto dimming on, auto dimming off, right? So there's also rear park alert. So let's say you are in reverse or something and then there's a car by, I don't know how many meters it actually senses, but like if there's a car or somebody, there's an alert, like it tells you beep, and then I can actually check and be like, oh, I see there's somebody there passing by. Even from the front it does the same thing. When somebody's passing it just goes beep, and then, you know, very intelligent Nissan technology. I'm actually quite impressed, especially in a bakkie. I didn't expect as much technology in a bakkie as I actually found in this car. Alright, so now I'm going to talk about still in the interior, right? Because those are the cool features which you actually realize from the inside, right? So it is a 6-speed automatic. It's also a place for plus minus, you know, for when you just want to pop it in manual, there's a place for that. And then there's a charging port here and a 12-volt socket. So there's one charging port here and an aux cable and some storage, two storage spaces here. And then in this hand-raised apartment compartment thingy, there's also 2 USB ports. There's also a Type-C USB port, right? So there's one here. So in total in the whole car, there are four USB ports. So 3 are normal USBs, and then 1 is a type C. Okay, and then there's also a 12-volt socket in here as well. And then also here at the back is a 12-volt socket and a USB charging kit as well, right? And then in the rear, these seats don't fold because it's a bakkie, but then we do have this thing for the drinks: drink 1, drink 2, passenger, you know, standard procedure. So what I like about this car, right, this car does not feel like a bakkie. You know, it actually feels like an SUV. Like, the drive is so smooth. It feels like an SUV. You know, it is quiet compared to most bakkies, right? However, it is a turbo diesel, so it does make it does have a bit of noise, but like, it's not excessive noise. You understand? So we are going to go for a drive in the Nissan Navara and see how everything is, and stay tuned. So you're joining me on the drive with the Nissan Navara, right? So obviously you could probably hear the car and the noise, and it's not too loud, right? So I forgot to mention fuel economy, right? Fuel economy in this car is claimed 8.1, but I've been averaging 9.1, you know, which is actually not bad, because this is actually my first bakkie on test, so I don't know the competitors what they are claimed, right? So the competitors of this car is actually a Ford Ranger Thunder and an Isuzu D-Max X Rider. Those are the two competitions of this current vehicle, right? So this car is very good. I like it, you know. I apologize for the camera moving up and down, but you know, I am inside a bakkie, so it's gonna be very hard for the camera to actually like sit still, you get me? However, I also did forget to mention that this car is keyless entry and it has a push to start button as well, right? I feel like most cars that come standard, but like, you know, I feel like it helps with the crime, because with crime people actually go for the ignition to actually steal your car, right? So in this car, it's push to start, it's on your left as well, and then it shows everything here. So yeah, now I'm gonna talk about the drive of this car. Very smooth, comfortable seats. You could hardly feel the road because you're in a bakkie and we are very high up in the car, right? So I like how it drives. It does not feel like you're driving a bakkie at all. It does not feel like you're driving a bakkie. So the things that I like about this car is the daytime running LED headlights. I like how the car feels inside. I like how spacious it is inside, you know. And then I also like that it has a lot of charging points inside the car. So it's not just one charging point, right? So this car does not have wireless charging. However, it has 4 charging points. So I like that as well. There's also another thing that I like about the car. Compared to the Nissan Magnite, this car actually saves a lot of fuel because it's a diesel. So since we got this car, we haven't poured petrol. The same way it came is the same way, like, we haven't poured petrol, but I am going to actually refill the petrol today because the car is leaving in 2 days, so I have to at least give them enough so they could actually go home, you know. So fuel efficiency in this car quite good. So yeah, what I don't like about this car is, okay, I won't lie, this is by far one of the best test vehicles I've received. So there isn't anything that I do not like in this car. I actually like everything in this car, right? So would I buy this car? Would I recommend this car, or would I consider this car? So today, let's start with consideration. Would I consider this car? Yes, I would consider this car, but for myself the price is a bit too high. You understand? The price is too high for myself, right? So I would consider it, but I wouldn't buy it because I do not afford it. You understand? So who would I recommend the car to though? I'd recommend the car to entrepreneurs, people who like being fancy, you know, BEE people, you know, who else can I say? People who can afford this car. I'd recommend this car to them. You know, first of all, looks wise, it's very, very pretty. I like how it looks. Second of all, price wise, 720. I wouldn't say a student would buy this car because they wouldn't afford it. It's not within their tax bracket or whatever, so no student would get this. People who would get this are business owners, people with tenders, people who can actually afford the vehicle. So it's for all the people, so 40 plus or 30 plus, you know. Forex traders can actually get this car if they want to look big and everything, because it is a big car. I am a small person, so being in this car has actually gotten me a lot of looks like the small boy in a big car like this. You understand? So buying it, no, I wouldn't buy it. But if I had the money, yes, I would. But competitors like the Ford Ranger Thunder, oh man, that is actually interesting. But then with if I compare this and the Isuzu, I'll definitely go for the Navara. But then between the Ford Ranger and this, I would actually weigh the pros and the cons of each car and see what's what, right? So that is the end of the review. If you've gotten this far, please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more reviews coming soon, hopefully. And this was the Nissan Navara Pro-2X 2.5 turbo diesel, and it is your boy Saucy Wolf. Catch you next time with another review.